Simple as my mama said.
Good morning. It's I don't even know. Sunday, I think Sunday. Yeah. So I'm leaving here today, Sarah's Creek. I'm obviously not going to get to fish any of this creek because there's no way I can climb around these banks. My knee's pretty bad this morning. So I'm gonna get packed up here pretty soon, and then I'm gonna head over to my next campsite, and that has a little bigger river, a little better access. I'm not gonna go to Chattooga because there's no way I can wade around in the water right now. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty swollen. So take some ibuprofen and see if it'll help with the swelling. Oh. But for now, coffee und ein Rusk, as all camping mornings should start. So yeah, I'm a little disappointed in myself for being silly like that. And, you know, I'm usually very careful when I come down the ladder from the tent, but I don't know what I don't know, in a hurry or something, or maybe, I don't know, idiot. But it is a beautiful morning. We are supposed to get some rain today. Cold front's going to be moving through, so it should get maybe a little cooler. Oh, I love a rusk. So yeah, last night wasn't bad. It was about 50 degrees this morning. It's lovely out. Last night, I didn't even use the diesel heater at all. I didn't even set it up because I knew it wasn't going to be cold, and I didn't even need it. I slept actually quite well, considering. I woke up a couple of times, but not too bad. And I slept in quite late. It's almost 8 in the morning already. We are actually in, I don't know if you can read that, Sarah's Creek, Chattahoochee National Forest. It's a pretty place, man. It's quite inexpensive to stay here. $10 a night plus $5. I think it was $20 all in all for the night. Yeah, the National Forests campsites, which you can find them on. I've actually got the app. It's recreation.gov. There's cool places on there that you can find, and then it's very inexpensive. But you got to be fully self-contained. There's never, very rarely is there any electrical hookups and stuff like that. They do have usually a long drop toilet kind of thing, but that's about it. Yeah, but it's nice, peaceful. The little stream is really nice too. It was really nice to have the sound of the stream in the background when I was sleeping. It was really good. I want to see if I can see this little fish again. He took off like a bullet last time when he saw me sneak up. Yeah, he's there. They're very spooky here. There he goes. He took off. Yeah, he lives under that little tree. Yeah, so yeah, he sits right here in the open, waits for his food. So you could probably, you know, if you stayed away, if I used my nymphing rod, which is 11 feet long, I could sit back here. There he goes. Oh, there's another one. There's a couple in here actually. He took a minute to spook off. And if you drift a little midge down here, you may pick something up. But like they said, they spook real easy in here, and it's very low. He said that the water level's really, really low right now. Yeah. So, all right. Oh, Jesus. Alright, I think I'm going to start getting things packed up and make a move. Like I say, probably best getting an early start because it is supposed to rain a little later. So want to try and get set up at the next spot before we have rain, and I got to deal with that with this silly freaking knee. All right, packed up, leaving camp. Sarah's Creek, which, like I say, is a beautiful campsite. I definitely wouldn't mind coming back here. But we're still in four-wheel drive. We don't need to be. Yeah, it's in 4 high. What the hell? I haven't run it in four-wheel drive in such a long time. But there's really not much to this. It's just a graded road. It does get pretty steep. I think if it's raining, it could be a little funky on the steep parts, which you'll see shortly. Oh, see, this little creek's not bad. I mean, it's small, but I think what they say is it gets, you know, like a couple of feet deep, and then it's a different story, you know. But it would be a nightmare to try and fish it. You know, it's really a different story, this. Like, it's pretty dense. Where I'm going now, the Tallulah River, it's a much bigger river, and it's not like a creek like this. So I think it's going to be pretty cool. And I can fish from the bank, so, you know, I can walk into the areas where I can right now, because I really don't want to stop fishing. You know, just because I hurt myself doesn't mean, you know, I'll make it, I'll survive. It sucks right now, but I don't want to freaking miss out, you know. Besides, I still got to catch a little brook trout. That gives me all 3. So I don't know if there's any at Tallulah, but I know they haven't stocked that river in quite some time, so there'll probably be mostly wild fish there, so they'll be smaller. But anyway, yeah, nice little campground, really nice. Yeah, so definitely I think if I'm going to come stay here again, I'm going to stay in the lower part of the campsite, because the river is much wider down here than it was where I was, because it's about the campsite. I mean, there's 20 campsites or something like that, but it stretches over more than a mile, almost a mile. So like your first, I think it's 1 through 7 or 1 through 8 are down here by the wide part of the river. So in future I would probably stay down here, and then yeah, I think that's the way to do it. I would stay at the wider part of the river, that way I could fish this and maybe work my way down, because obviously it's going to get wider as the further down I go. I must say, this is going to be a tricky road if there's a car coming the other way, because I did notice when I came in it was really narrow in places. There's no way 2 cars are freaking getting through. And that's in the really steep, windy areas too, so hopefully I don't have to deal with that in a minute. And there are little pull-off areas, but not a lot of them.
When I was very young, she told me not to worry, son, one day you'll be someone. But here I am at 21, as loaded as a stagecoach shotgun. I'm sorry, mama, please don't look at me. Yeah, when I got to Oklahoma, I was 17. My papa taught me how to work, and Lord, he was mean. Working all day in that August heat, and he taught me how to fish. My uncle taught me how to drink. Well, I went to California and I had me a band, and we played in all the bars in all the southern lands. We played all night and we drank for free, all of my boys and me. Now I'm 23 and there ain't nobody who can drink it like me. Soon I'll be 24.
All right, made it to Tallulah River. Knee's feeling a little better. I got myself a knee brace on the way here, threw that on, so I'm definitely going to get into this. Is the much better river, right? So this is the Tallulah River, and I'm sure there's fish right here. We just got to figure it out. And long river that I can fish. So I am gonna sit down. I've just packed, got everything set up. I'm gonna rig a rod or two, but first, little vino to finish a bottle I had from last night. So I'm gonna have that, have a little vino. I think it's gonna be pretty cold tonight, but it's okay because I've got my heater all set up, my diesel heater, just tested it, everything's working, ready to go. So yeah, it's really nice and peaceful here. I love this. I like this campsite. Definitely, I think I like this one better than, obviously there's better fishing here, but I like the campsites like this one that I've got, which is actually not the one I booked. There was people in the one that I booked, which is not the end of the world. I just grabbed the one next to it. I think I may have a better view on this one. I don't know, but either one of these is, I think, 4 and 5 here. Good views, you're right on the water. And if you look at the map of the campsite, any of the ones that run along the water are great, you know. You don't want the ones along the road because there's actually a fair bit of traffic that goes through here. There's a lot of people. There's another 2 campsites further up the road, which I haven't been to or seen. But a lot of people, there's a lot of, actually, I've noticed today and yesterday when I've been driving, there's a lot of adventure bikes doing the Georgia Traverse. Like there's about 5 or 6 of them that just went past now. I think that'd be a kind of cool way to do it. But anyway, all right. I'm gonna relax, have a drink. What is the time? I got you at a decent hour too, because I got out of, it's not even midday yet. It's 11, quarter to 12, so we're close to midday. So I've got plenty of time here to enjoy, get a fire going. I think I'm going to take them out now. I'm going to do lamb chops and maybe some potatoes or something later. But let me pull out the chops so that they can thaw. It's about 2:30. Just got myself my little fire started. And done fishing for today. My knee's actually quite sore after traipsing around in the river like I wasn't going to, but I did. It's all good. Caught one little fish, tiny. I did get a bunch of bites, but I think they were just too small to even take the fly I was using. So all good. But yeah, I'm gonna make a nice dinner. I'm gonna make some potatoes, put some diced tomatoes in there, and I'm gonna have that with the lamb. So when I make it, I will show you what I'm doing. But for now, just gonna get the fire rolling, have a little black label. Get ourselves a little beer going. Just slice out, got some potatoes and I skinned them. Now I'm just slicing them up. And it's very simple. I put some spray and cook in the bottom just so they don't stick. All I'm doing is slicing them up. I got a can of diced tomatoes and some salt and pepper, and that's it. Some butter, boom. And we'll cover it, and then I'm gonna just stick it, once I get the fire going nicely, I'm just gonna put it on there off to the side where it's not crazy heat, and way before I start cooking this pretty much has to be ready by the time I put the lamb chops on, because the lamb chops don't take but a few minutes, so we definitely don't want to be overcooking lamb chops, that's for sure. So yeah, that freaking knee, man. All right, so all I did was I brought a can of diced. They were sitting at home, so I just grabbed them. So I'm just going to toss that in here, and then a few pats of butter, salt and pepper, give it a little mix up, and I'm golden. Just thinking if there's any juice in here, I'm not going to put the juice in. I don't think that's a good idea. You know what? Screw it, we'll put it in. Yeah, that's not too juicy, it's fine. Alright, perfect. Now, got some butter. And of course, actually I'll put the butter on last. Let me get some salt. Nothing too crazy, just a little salt. Ah, there we go. That's a good move. A little salt. And some black pepper. Just a little black pepper in there. And I probably use more black pepper than most because I like black pepper on my food, so it's probably a little more than what most people would use, but you make your food to your taste, correct? Okay, now some butter, and I'm a firm believer in not, if I'm going to buy butter, I'm going to use butter, I'm going to use the best that I can find. So you know, people will buy cheap butter. I won't do that. I like this Kerrygold's really good butter. So, you know what? If I'm going to indulge, then we will indulge properly. So we're just going to put a couple of pieces. And honestly, I don't even think I'm going to mix it up. I think I'm just going to leave the tay-tays on the bottom, put the butter on the top, and it'll eventually melt over it. And then I guess when it's ready to eat, it'll be perfect. All right, butter done. Clean up our little knife, and all right, and if you want to look, that's basically it. I'm going to bang a foil over the top, and I'm going to wait until the fire's... I can probably start cooking it soon, actually. I'm going to stick it on the side here. I'm going to bang this over, actually. So we'll get this over. And then literally, I can just put it right here, and it can just start slowly simmering, because you know, the potatoes are going to take an hour to cook. So, at least an hour to cook. So, take your time, and I'll sit and have another ale. I'm still busy with the first one. Throw some more wood on so I can keep putting coals in. What I'll do is I'll keep the fire to this side, and I'll just push the coals in this side, and we'll be golden. All right, so I got the potatoes on. I think they're pretty close to ready. I tried them, they're nice and soft, so I'm trying to cook off a little bit of the liquid so that they can crisp up a little bit. And then I've got myself a little rack of lamb here. It's a 4-bone rack. So what I'm going to do is cut it into lamb chops, and there's your little beauty right there. So and really just a little salt and pepper, that's all we need on them. You know, you don't need to go crazy. Lamb chops are damn fine as they are. So I'm gonna grab my little rack, which is a great little rack of lamb right here. Alright, so there's a chop cut. I massacred one, but we'll be okay. There will only be one massacre, don't worry. That's 2. Actually, I've got a 5th bone here. So, we actually got 4 nice chops and 1 massacred fucker. So, just cut through it. That's it. 4 nice little choppies. Oops. And we'll blixen them on the fire, and we're golden. So it's my little roasted key. Alright, so I'm just going to blix them on the little rooster. So put the weak one back here. I say 4 lekker choppies, and we'll blix them on the fire and they can rock and roll. So just like so, we've got our 4 little choppies, well 4 and a bite choppies on the fire. Alright, she is ready. Here's my little tomato thing I made. It came out good. And my choppies, and oh, I can tell those are just freaking perfect. I already may have nibbled on that half a little choppy thing that was there. Now just get a bit of this. Oh yeah, you see the bottom got a little crispy, just perfect. Oh yeah, that right there is a dinner of champions, I tell you. See, when I go camping, I usually only have one meal a day, because you have yourself a nice feed like that, 4 or 5 in the evening, you're perfect. Got a couple of rusks and a coffee in the morning, you're good. So, all right, I'm gonna have dinner and hang out, call it a night. Tomorrow I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. Seeing as my knee is effed up, maybe we'll go drive a bit of the Georgia Traverse. You know what, my Jeep is way too fucking clean, way too clean. So let's go dirty that up tomorrow, maybe a little bit. Our dinner was absolutely delicious. Now got the fire ramped up a little bit, and I have noticed that this spot is very popular with the Jeepers. Like, I must have seen 50 Jeeps come through here today. They all stop, use the restroom, and then head off. I'm assuming like Georgia Jeep clubs or something like that. The last group I think had 15-20 Jeeps. This group that's currently here has 4. But I think they're not camping, they're just driving. They're just doing the traverse sections of it, because there's sections you can go do, like the one I'm going to go do tomorrow from here, which actually ends up where I'm camping. That's how I found that campsite last time, was doing the Georgia Traverse. So, but we're going to give it a go. I haven't been off-roading in a while, so I think it's time. Go have a nice ride in the dirt, and I may fish a little in the morning. We'll see how it is in the morning, if it's raining or not. It hasn't rained yet. Little sprinkle here and there, but I'm outside, campfire's roaring, and I think it's time maybe for a wee glass of vino, maybe. I got another Canon Cop cab, so I think that may be the plan for tonight. So, but yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful place. So if you ever are looking to come here, campsites 4 and 5 are nice, they're close to the bathrooms, but any of these along the river are just so good, so good. Alright, so I'm going to call it an evening and call this video here. So please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. I really appreciate every one of you that watch it. It really means a lot to me. Thank you. So I'll catch you on the next one. In probably about a week it should be live. So that'll be a little bit of off-roading. maybe a little fishing in the morning, see what we can catch. But all right, cheers.